something very disappointing to my heart, as it is one of my favorite. It is my favorite streamer. Asmongold has now announced that he has officially left OTK. Today on stream, Asmon announced officially that he has left OTK.
You kicked out OTK, didn't you? Yeah, I'm not involved with OTK at all. Pretty much. Yeah. Nope. Done. I haven't been for a while. And so, yeah, I'm chilling. So if there's something going on with them or anything else, that's up to them. It's not my thing. And I've been a very relaxed guy. Why? I mean, there's a lot of reasons why. I can talk about it just for a couple of minutes. But the main reason why is that, well, there's a couple of reasons. Number one, like my content and doing like controversial political content is really hard to like kind of synthesize with content that's not like that. Yeah. Because of just how extreme it is and how polarizing it is. So it's harder to find sponsors.
Which I think is dumb, right? I think it's dumb. And like a lot of the things, and I've been a massive supporter of Asmongold for a while now. Like I love his videos. I watch him all the fucking time. You know, he's one of the reasons why, like, you know, like the type of content that I make and all that kind of stuff. And like, I think people get too pressed over certain things that he says. And even then, a lot of the things that he says aren't even that bad. They're really not. People overreact so much whenever it comes to, you know, what Asmongold says majority of the time.
It's harder to do things for that reason. And so that's one big reason. And so like, I don't want to like kind of grief other people because I'm going down what I think to be the best direction for like my channel, my career, my actions, right? Like this is what I want to do as a person. And so when I want to do that and I want to go down that path, then I'm going to do that and go down that path because I think that's the right option. But I also don't want to put anybody else at risk in doing that.
I think it's fair though, you know, that you don't want to put your friends in those positions of where, you know, they are getting hassled because of things that you say and they're being forced to, you know, speak for you, and, you know, people are pressuring them to apologize for, you know, certain things that you said. You know, it shouldn't be like that, but it's also, you know, I can understand why Asmon wouldn't want that, because I wouldn't want that either. You know, if I was in an org with people, you know, I wouldn't want them to have repercussions for things that I say. No, of course not, because it should be separate. It's like I can be friends with someone and, you know, me be the person that I am, they be, you know, say like, you know, when it comes to Asmongold and Emeru sticks to just gaming content and just chill, where Asmon does more like political content. And, you know, it shouldn't affect her, or it shouldn't affect, you know, NMP, or it shouldn't affect SFan or Soda Poppin' or anything like that.
So that's why I separated myself, and I didn't want to have anything to do with it. It's because, and this is a mutual thing, right? And even if it wasn't, I still would agree with it. And so the haters won. Well, it's not necessarily haters won. It's more that a lot of people...
It kind of is. It is, because a lot of people wanted him out of OTK for these reasons, which, like I said, is dumb. But
I don't want to sign other people up for my battles.
Yeah, yeah. So this is him then going on about, like, Asmongold thinks OTK was one of the biggest mistakes of his life.
I do. And I don't regret doing it, because I think I needed to have done it in order to know that it was a mistake.
There is a lot of things like that, and I think it's good that he sees it from that side, because there's so many things that even I've done throughout my life where it's just like, you know, what I did, this was a mistake, but I'm also glad that I did it because I learned from it, and if I hadn't gone through that, I wouldn't have the knowledge that I do now.
But I had everything good. Everything was fine. I was happy. My channel was doing great. And I didn't understand the amount of social pressure and social obligations that it would put on me. And that amount of social pressure and social obligations that it put on me were massively emotionally devastating. That's too extreme of a word, right? That's like you're explaining a bomb. But like they were corrosive to me, and they really, really negatively affected my mental. And I ended up going through with things and doing things and streaming in cases where I really kind of didn't really want to, where I needed to step away. And it basically overcommitted me to a lot of social events and social activities that I'm not comfortable doing. And I didn't really understand that.
It is like, yeah, because like, let's be honest, the type of person that Asmongold is he's not really like an events person, and like, you know, that kind of where he like gets involved with a lot of like org
It was that
type
bad
stuff.
for me until I was in it and I was doing it, and I was like, okay, well, fuck, like I'm stuck doing this thing, and like I did it for a very, very long time because I felt like I had an obligation to the people that put their trust in me. And I did that for as long as I possibly could.
And then I think there's one more clip as well where it says Asmongold says that his decision is due to a desire for freedom in content without repping his friends in the drama, and it's mutual.
Of things that I can't really do. Like,
So
also, it puts me in positions where there are certain instances of things that I can't really do. Like, for example, like if I'm going to the White House or I'm doing anything that's like...
I hope he goes to the White House, by the way. That'll be fucking amazing.
Very politically focused or anything else like that. It entangles the different companies that I would be involved with in those issues, right? And it might not really make sense that that's the case, but it is the case. And I'll talk about this for like probably 5 minutes because I know that a lot of people have asked about it, and I'll just kind of like get into it and explain it. And so... that's one of the reasons why I don't want to be part of it. I don't want to have anything to do with it. I want to go and do my own thing and focus on my own thing. And I know that a lot of people have tried to create the narrative that my friends are like betraying me and they're pushing me away.
I don't think they'd be directly betraying him. I did make a video and I did say that I think it's, you know, things that Nick, like NMP LOL, did say on stream, like when he was with Sinner. I think that, yeah, obviously, you know, off stream, probably, you know, Asmon and Nick are obviously really great friends. But I still think that, you know, to talk about stuff like that on stream, you shouldn't really, because then it just makes your friend look even worse. And then when it came to Will Neff, I didn't really like what, because he was obviously talking about Asmon, but it's just like, you know, the man who, the name who shall not be spoken, like fucking Voldemort, was talking about, like,
this
you know,
is absolutely not true. I've read comments like this. This might sound weird, but
I mean, it's obvious like that people would get that perception about it, you know, especially when they don't really watch content or don't really know the dynamic of people off stream.
And I would ask you, like,
even I wouldn't know like the whole extent. I'm just guessing.
If you don't believe this, I would ask any other streamer, find me one streamer that's had a negative interaction with me, right? I mean, even somebody's gonna say Poke, right? I was talking to Poke in DMs, right? And we're like, I'll probably talk to him like a little bit more because like there's a lot of like there's been like 4 or 5 years of like context behind that. And so, like, I'm trying to work things out and at least make sure that he and I are on the same page with things, right? And so, like, Yamato, well, I don't even really hate Yamato. I just think he acted like a bitch, right? Like, I mean, I don't even hate the guy. So it's not like if I saw him, I'd be like, oh, I fucking hate you. It's on site. No, I'm just like, okay, well, whatever, right?
So, yeah. So, Asmongold has officially left OTK. And obviously, when it comes to, I'll have a look at Emma in a second. But obviously, you know, Reddit, being the absolute cesspool that it is, on LSF, they have reacted to the news of Asmongold leaving OTK. And a lot of them are pretty happy about it. I mean, not surprised whatsoever. They said the way things are going, he's going to be the White House spokesperson or something next month. Don't our seniors need Social Security to survive? It is what it is. Bye-bye. He's about to go all-out grifter now. I expect to see him collabing with a whole bunch of other right-wing grifters and politicians as well. Asmongold, he literally was on stream the other day, criticize, and this is where I don't like a lot of people when it comes to like, you know, like really judging people for the, you know, things that they haven't really actually looked at their content properly, you know. And it's really funny because Asmon was on stream the other day, legitimately criticizing Donald Trump for what he said about Zelensky. He was on stream criticizing him, talking about how, like, he lied when it came to Zelensky's approval rate and the way that he's gone about things when it has come to the whole entire Ukraine and Russian war. He doesn't like that. So the fact that everyone thinks that, like, oh, Asmongold is this full right-wing person, it's just like, what, because he agrees with certain things that Trump is doing and he's backing his president? What's wrong with stuff like that? And then also as well is that it got leaked today. Well, not leaked, but people found out that Emaru has actually removed everything within her bio that is related to OTK. So this is what her bio said previously, is that obviously it had Emaru, I'm Emmy, and then it says owner at OTK, Starforge, Mad Mushroom, and a podcast with Steak and Eggs. Where now if you go on her Twitter, It has none of that. Every single part of that has been removed. And let's just like have a look at that ourselves. So if we go on to Emaru's Twitter, because then there was also a tweet put out by Tectone, who was heavily involved with OTK. He left OTK, so he was offered a new contract from OTK because he's expired like late last year, and he decided not to renew his contract with OTK for two main reasons, saying that one, he has an ongoing investigation. Well, it's more of just like it's supposedly one of his ex-girlfriends is suing him, but apparently it's all BS. I've looked into it, and the girl, it doesn't even have any like great evidence behind it. And then two, also for similar reasons when it comes to Asmongold, because Tectone himself, he's a very, like, he speaks his mind on things as well. Yeah, he's a very, I guess you could say, polarizing person when it comes to, you know, his content. And he's sick and tired of, you know, the exact same thing with Asmongold, of his friends getting roped into certain things that he said. So he's still friends with all of them. And he tweeted this out after this all got announced about Asmongold leaving OTK, saying the worst has yet to come. And the funny thing is that after tweeting that out 6 hours ago, he also saying, wow, it's actually over. So this does seem that with him saying the worst is yet to come, when it comes to OTK is going to be pretty much fully reformed now. And when it comes to like Asmon and Emaru leaving OTK, them two will be fine on their own. 100%. They are completely fine by themselves. Like if we go on Twitch Tracker, like look at this. If you go on Twitch Tracker, he's number 3 in the ranks on Twitch Tracker. Average viewers of 47,000. He still streams on his goddamn fucking second channel as well. He does, if anything, OTK kind of needed him, right? Like, that's not a lie. He is one of the reasons. He was one of the main pulls to bring into OTK, and now he's gone. I mean, Asmongold was a man-made person by himself beforehand anyways, and he was one of the founders for OTK, so he doesn't necessarily, like, need it. But there's also been XQC, who's had his little, like, you know, of what he thinks of where Asmongold leaving.
And so the haters won.
OTK as well.
It's not necessarily haters won. It's more that a lot of people... I don't want to...
Whoa. Not just the haters one, though. I mean, brother, even internally, they pressured him. I'm not... Guys, I know he probably can't say a lot of things. I mean, I'm not a hater of Will Neff, but he made it very clear that his stance was, this guy stops doing the polarizing shit, right? This guy stops the opinions that don't correlate with the opinion, or I'm out, right? He said that on stream.
Yeah, he did. I haven't watched it, and I made a video about that.
And I'm sure other persons internally at OTK feels the same way. Yeah. And on top of that, they're also compounding the fact that, yo, dude, when you do these things, people lose jobs. And people were pressuring Asmon a lot with this. So at that point, it's like just continuing to exist around the OTK brand, I mean, is being kind of held against him. So yeah, of course,
yeah, he definitely got a little bit of internal pressure. Not saying that that's like the main reason why, but it could definitely be.
Bro, I'm not lying. I'm not trying to make this about me. I'm actually getting XQC pilled low key. Chat, this has been my shit since the beginning. Not associate with anybody. Nothing can be held against me. Everything that I do only affect me and fuck everybody else. It's.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know what, it's definitely good. I think that Asmongold will be able to thrive more without being in OTK, but it will still, like, you know, take a hit on OTK.
Make it a happier, healthier place. Then I'll have to...
One true liberal.
Reevaluate.
And XQC is calling OTK one true liberal. Oh god, like the perception of, I think that OTK, like I said, Asmon, and I know this because I'm an Asmon fan, right? And I know his fan base very, very well, is that majority of Asmon's fans only give a shit about him and not the rest of OTK. I like OTK. I watch NMP LOL's content. you know. And I don't really watch Extra Emily. I only really watch her whenever she's like with Nick. And Emaru, I like Emaru's content. But I mean, if both Asmon and Emaru do leave, it's done. Like, the org will pretty much, like, it won't be done, but it will, like, it'll lose a lot of, you know, incoming fans and also a lot of revenue. Like, you lose Asmon, that's a big hit. And then with Emaru removing all those things from her bio as well, if she's officially gone, yeah, listen, the org is, it'll be, like, almost pretty much gone. So, but we'll have to wait and see. For now, Asmon's officially left, and whether Emaru does leave or not, well, we'll have to wait and see for that.